Alright guys, here we are. Today is October 17th. Just setting a few coyote traps today. Coyote and fox. It's a little bit too early for raccoon season. Raccoon season already started here in Wisconsin, but we're gonna wait a little bit, maybe another week or two on the raccoons. But I mean, if I catch one of my sets, I'll take it. But early this morning, Taylor, the other guy I'm trapping with, he caught a raccoon. So coots to him, and first one of the season. So that's his first animal he's ever caught. So what I'm gonna do here is kind of just show you guys how I make my dirt hole sets. What I'm gonna start with is making my bed here. Basically, I'm on a little road that goes all the way back here. It's along a cornfield, so there's raccoons and these coyotes. There's a lot of goldenrod fields over here, so these coyotes are just hunting mice and grouse and whatever else are living in here. So this is a premium spot. I got coyote turds right behind me here. Coyote or fox, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna take that later and put that over here by my set. Squirt a little fox pee on there. So I'll show you guys how I make this then. Start out by digging my trap bed. I'm gonna take all this dirt and I'm gonna set it right in my sifter that I got here. Don't matter if you get rocks in there or whatever, grass, a little bit of grass, that's okay. We had some pretty wet weather here in Wisconsin. Right now it's like 67 degrees. It's way too warm out for anything right now, but that's why I'm holding off on the raccoon trapping. I'm gonna get that dug out pretty nice. It's about the size of your trap here. What I'm using for a trap is a Duke 1.5. It's big enough for coyote, it'll hold a raccoon easily, and a fox, perfect trap for fox. So you want to make sure you use the right traps for the right conditions. I got this anchored with an earth anchor here. These are pretty sweet. I actually just started using these this year and I love them, so I'm going to go ahead and switch to all earth anchors, I think. Okay, that's pretty much good to go. Now what I'm going to do is take my trap, I'm going to set that. Alright, now that I've actually got my trap set here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chain and I'm going to anchor it off to the side. But I want it in the center because my trap's going to be all messed up. It's going to be kind of off kilter, so I'm going to stick it into the side here. Still in the trap bed, but off to the side. It's pretty rocky here, so I switched over these wolf fang anchors and they usually go pretty good through there. So, these wolf fang anchors, you want to give them a nice little tug, just like that. They ain't going anywhere. Alright. As far as your trap goes, you want to get a little bit of loose dirt in there. Want that trap bed solid. I'll dig a little thing here from my chain. What I'm doing now is I'm just bedding my trap, making sure it don't wobble. Like I said, it's pretty rocky over here, so it won't really need to do much. Now I put my traps Doesn't really matter, everyone's different. I put my traps a little bit off center of where I'm going to put my dirt hole. So people do it different ways. People put it 6 inches. I mean, I like 6 inches away, which is usually your pinky and thumb here from the hole. So that's pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is make my dirt hole set here. I'm going to put that hole more straight up and down, but not too much. You want it kind of at an angle, but not enough so when the coyote comes over, he can look right down in that hole. You don't want him to be able to see in that hole right away. You want to put it on an angle so that way he's got to come into your set, work it over. That's just how I do it. Like I said, people do it different ways, but I feel like that's probably going to be the most successful way to do it, is put your hole more at an upward angle. Make that hole nice and deep. And coyotes and fox and K9s, they've got super strong nose, so you don't need much lure. A lot of guys like to cake it in there, but I think you wouldn't need as much. Like that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a lot of guys, they'll take a leaf or something and put it over their trap pan. I don't like to do that, just because say you pick a leaf off a tree, eventually that leaf's gonna die and get really hard. And you put it on there and the coyote goes to step on it, that's gonna crinkle, he's gonna get spooked, and pshh, he's gone. That's just my theory. But I mean, if you want to put something over your pan so you don't get any dirt over it, fine, go ahead. I mean, I don't, but what I'll do is I'll just take like a stick and clean underneath my pan, so I really don't have any problems. Bury my chain there. Now I don't want this coyote coming from this way and getting in my hole because my trap's over here. So what I'm going to do, take these rocks and I'm going to put them right there. Kind of gives a little wall. If I was a coyote, I wouldn't want to step on all those rocks. What I'm going to do is clean off my trap pan. Like I said, I'm going to get a little stick, clean out under my trap so I don't have any problems. I'm going to get all them rocks out of your set. You don't want that to affect anything. Put a little bit more here. This side here is ready to produce. All I need to do is add a little lure, some bait. I'll make sure that ground's all level around your trap. You want to cut that coyote ain't gonna want to step on unlevel ground approaching a hole like this. Just try to make it look as natural as possible, like a little mouse hole or whatever. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gloves off. get out my baits here. I'm gonna go find a nice little stick. All I'm using is some bobcat meat. It's got some coyote glands and stuff in there, so it smells kind of skunky. So just gonna take a nice little big chunk of that. I'm gonna throw it right down in the hole there. I'll let my stick out of there. Another thing for him to smell. Red fox gland I'm going to use. Just going to do a little drop right on the top of the hole here. Don't need much, like I said. You can smell that. I'm going to take a little bit of actually, let me go grab that turd real quick. I'm just going to set that right there. Take a little bit of fox urine. Give that a little squirt there. Alright, that's how I do it. And that is how you make a dirt hole. Let me show you the completed set here. So this is what it looks like when you're all done. And what I'll do is I'll take like a leaf or something, throw it down in that hole so he's got to work for it. Let's continue down the line there.